Okay, I'm just setting my little station up because I'm late to my own stream. And sometimes you just gotta do things on the fly. That's just how it works. What happened to your doll stand? What the freak? I swear, this is what happens when you're clumsy. Alright, what are we talking about today? We're talking about Odile. We're talking about the Holiday Barbie 2022 Odile sculpt. That's the name of the sculpt. And then, hi, Florida Fox. And then we're going to go into some details of a couple of other dolls, but I'm gonna show you guys a handful of dolls. I also want to talk about a new doll that I saw was available for purchase over on, I saw the doll on Walmart.com, but I don't know if it's appearing anywhere else, so y'all are gonna have to tell me if you see this doll anywhere else. The doll I saw is the, what is it called? She's called a Tooth Fairy Barbie, and that doll has the Carl face sculpt. What did I drop? Did I drop something? I'm so clumsy, you guys. Like, I swear, I'll just trip standing still. Like, I'm not even doing anything. Oh my god. And I'll just, like, fall down. Or, like, bump into things, drop stuff constantly. Just why? Oh, here. My neighbors out here. I'm outside on my patio, and I live in, like, a little complex. So there's always, like, people walking around in my complex doing stuff. I wonder if they can see me from where they're at, and they're like, what the hell is that lady doing? Why is she out there with them Barbie dolls talking to her phone? What a weird lady. They might be, but I don't care. I don't care what they think. Okay, so let me turn this camera around real quick, right quick, so we can kind of get a look at what I'm doing here. I just got a mess going on right now, okay? I'm gonna get it together. Don't worry. I'm gonna figure it out. I always do. So, okay. So I was asking if you guys had heard of this doll called the Tooth Fairy Barbie, which I just saw on Walmart.com's website like this week. As I was trying to order her, I happened to see that doll. And I don't know if you guys have seen that doll yet. She's got a Carl sculpt. She's got platinum blonde, like white hair. It's super long hair, like down past her booty, and it's tied up in a high ponytail. And then she's got fairy wings attached to her dress, and obviously she's supposed to be a tooth fairy, so you know she looks like one. And her eyebrows are like a very faint light grayish, almost like it's supposed to match her hair, like a blonde kind of a color, but it's really light and almost white, but not quite. So she's got a really unique face sculpt. Granted, I have 3 Carl sculpts in my collection already, and the versions that I have, I think all of them are from the Barbie Look series, not Barbie Looks, the Barbie Look, a previous series of dolls that were available to us, and my 3 Carls are from that line, basically. So, you know, I have 3 already, but Carl is not the kind of sculpt that you're going to find on Playline dolls usually. So when you do run across them, they tend to be very well done. The sculpt itself is really nice. So it's not one of those sculpts where, like, it gets really redundant. It can't, because they don't really use them for Playline dolls too much. I don't think that I've never seen a Carl sculpt on a Playline. Have you guys? If you have, then I'm sure it's a rare occurrence if that has happened. But like in Billy, we see that on collector dolls along with Playline dolls. So I have to be more picky about those. But like a nice Carl sculpt, you know, it is what it is. But that doll is $55 retail on Walmart's website right now. And I actually was like kind of contemplating it. I added it to my cart, but I didn't buy it. I just kind of like let it sit there because I wasn't sure. And it already comes with articulated body. The body is standard articulation for that one, not MTM. But she seems like she has like that Model Muse kind of torso, like that long skinny torso with the ribs. That's what I'm thinking she's got. and she's got joints in her elbows, wrists, knees, and ankles. So that's a good start. I mean, for $55, homie, can we get some joints, please? You know, and it's a tooth fairy doll. I feel like it's something you're supposed to give as a gift to a kid who lost their first tooth or something. It's, to me, it's a little high-end looking for a kid, but I mean, $55. Sheesh, that ain't kid prices. You know, I feel like it's one of those dolls that, like, you gift to your child or your niece or your nephew, whatever, and, like, it's like a keepsake almost. Not so much for them to play with it, but kind of for them to just have it and, like, decorate their room with it and just feel special because they have it as a memory. That's kind of the feel that I get when I see the way that it's packaged for that doll. So I liked it. I was on the fence about it being $55. I couldn't just like bring myself to order it. But then the next morning, after we went about our day, at the end of the day, Adonis was like, "Hey, did you order that doll that you wanted?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "Why didn't you order it?" I'm like, "Because I was just sidetracked. The day went by. I didn't have time to discuss it with you to figure out if I wanted to get this right now or not. So I just didn't end up buying it." And he was like, "Well, good thing I knew you were going to forget because I already ordered it." I was like, "Oh, excuse me." Okay. So he said that it's coming on Friday. We'll see. But yeah, so I guess I'll be adding her to my collection, even though I didn't actively order the doll, but that's what's up. I ain't complaining. I'm not going to be like, "You did what?" Anyway, I gave my, this is the Power Pair Barbie female one that comes in that double pack. Well, she comes with him. They come together, and I opened these guys up in my last live with you guys and gave them new bodies. So I just been playing around with them, trying to see how I want to pose them and stuff. And she's basically taking up the main spot in my doll display right now. Why did my camera just go like super crooked? That's freaking weird. What the heck, guys? Can y'all please can y'all tell me to stop, please? Can y'all tell me to stop? Because what is my problem? I don't even know. Anyway, yeah, so I just threw her into this like fancy dress just to see how she would look. Why you got this in your hair? That's not yours. Just to see how she would look. And then I gave her like a big giant weird looking braid. And she just hanging out. But I really, you know what I do with this doll, you guys, no lie? I literally carry her around with me like everywhere. When we go places, I will take her out with me. Minnie G, her ankle looks static. You talking about the Tooth Fairy doll? I don't think that she has joints in her ankles. I'm pretty sure she doesn't. Okay, Florida Fox, you already ordered the doll. Okay, you ahead of us. Yes. I want to take the doll out of the original clothes, obviously, because I have no purpose for it as a fairy in my collection. But I want to redress her. I'm pretty sure she's going to end up being super pale, although you can't really tell from pictures these days because the pictures are not that accurate. But I'm guessing she's probably very pale. So I'm going to see if I want to put her onto Made to Move. But honestly, if I'm not planning on displaying her hard body at this stage, because I have so many freaking dolls that I don't even bother putting them